We've got to keep hydrated, people. So, I mean, this is going to be one of those days where the sun is just playing with my emotions yet again. It wants me to look like a Simpson character. And then just when I change my camera settings, it goes back again. What a time to be alive. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video, which is a good old will I buy it. We're going to be talking about the new releases and upcoming launches and whether or not I want to buy them and why, or why not? So before we get started, I must as always credit these amazing Instagram makeup news accounts who tell us all the tea about these new products when they're coming, how we can get them, how much they're going to be, and usually all of the swatches too. So if you aren't following them, I would suggest that you do that if you want to be in the know. And who doesn't? So first up, let's talk about these new Benefit blushes. Benefit have come out with a whole load, a ton, a mega pint of new blush shades. And I've had a few people asking, am I going to review these? Am I going to pick these up? And the answer is, I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I have been back and forth on these. Unfortunately, I'm not able to review these because I'm on holiday. Probably as we speak, as this video is going up, I am either about to go or I'm going on holiday and I have pre-filmed everything. I don't have the time or the space to review anything. So I definitely am not able to review these new blushes. So really it's a question of whether I wanted them for myself and not for review purposes. And a lot of them look really nice. The initial shots of the blushes on the model's skin really put me off initially. I feel like some of these photos, the images of the products in use really looked very powdery to me and very matte and powdery, but they claim to be a glowy blush. So I was a bit confused. I didn't know what was going on with the images, but they didn't really entice me. And then I saw some swatches and that kind of enticed me a bit more. Some of these blushes won't work on my skin tone and I have had that be a problem with Benefit blushes before, but a lot of these look, really nice and rich, and there does seem to be a nice range from fair to deep skin tones. There seems to be a blush shade for everybody, which is amazing. What's putting me off is this blimmin' packaging. I don't know why Benefit is not getting the message. We're all telling them we don't like these boxes. They are very annoying to try and get your brush in there. If you have to have a box, and actually the image, the print on the boxes looks lovely, and it's okay to have cardboard packaging as well. That's all right. We can deal with that. But if you're going to have to use cardboard packaging, make it flat so we can get our brush in there properly, and we're not trying to get inside to find it all the way down there at the bottom. I don't know why you're not listening. We're all saying the same thing. Nobody likes it. There are people who hate it and won't buy your products because of it, and then there are people who I don't mind it, I'm all right with it. No one actually likes it. Not one person loves it. Okay, so I feel like it's time we changed it and listened to the people, because I genuinely think it's affecting how many people try and pick up the products, and that's, my advice to you. I'm definitely sure you're listening. And I find it especially problematic with the minis. The minis are a fantastic idea, but they're even harder to get your brush in. So it's just, that really fully put me off picking these up. And I know it might sound silly that if you want and like the product, the packaging shouldn't put you off. But when I know these I don't enjoy using it, the packaging is a pain in the bum, it's a pain to store, it's a pain to use, it does put me off, and I'm just being honest about that. So yeah, I liked the look of several of these blushes, but I am going to pass on them because I hate the packaging. I can't review them. I don't have the opportunity before I go away, and therefore it's a pass on all different genres. On all levels, it's a pass for me, it's a pass for my channel. So I'm sorry, but if you change the packaging, I would have bought 3 or 4. Next up, I'm almost afraid to pop open this can of worms, okay? But we're going to approach the Jones Road We're going to approach the Jones Road WTF foundation. The drama about this foundation. calm down, guys. It's just a foundation. So if you're not on the TikTok-y, like me, if you're not down with the kids and on TikTok, you may have missed the commotion that this product has caused over on that said platform. So Jones Road is a Bobbi Brown brand. It's her new brand. She left Bobbi Brown, started her own Jones Road brand. I've yet to try anything from the brand. Please let me know what I should try in the comment section down below if you have tried the brand and what you've loved. So they brought out a new foundation. It's like a balm, a tinted balm is the vibe that I'm getting from the description. It claims to be like a buildable light medium coverage, and it's a balm. As usual, Bobbi Brown advised that you apply it best with your hands, but she also did say you could use a brush. And did she say you could use a sponge as well? She might have done, but she definitely said you could use a brush, and I've seen her using it, applying it herself with a brush. What's gone on here is that a couple of creators on TikTok have used this product in a way it's not intended to be used, and then it's gone disastrously, horribly wrong. And then people are like saying, well, you know, you didn't use it how it's supposed to be used. Of course it looks ridiculous, and you can't really drag a product and, you know, shade it and say it's terrible when the way you used it is literally ridiculous. And I do agree that, you know, using a damp sponge with a very oily foundation is going to be a disaster. I agree that applying a huge amount of foundation with your hands and then not expecting it to look heavy is maybe an unfair test. But at the same time, that creator always does their makeup that way. So I don't think we can really expect to be surprised. You know, if you're following these creators who do their makeup that way and they, you know, do certain things to get huge views and they're very successful at it, I don't know if we can suddenly be really annoyed at them because it didn't work one time. Because ultimately, that's their platform. That's how they've been doing their makeup this entire time. So I don't know why we were surprised at this occasion. And then what happened is Bobbi Brown, I feel like I've suddenly become a gossip channel, but Bobbi Brown herself then like jokingly applied her foundation in the same way and sort of made a joke or mocked the other creator for doing that. So it was all very dramatic and exciting. But at the same time, it's certainly not done the brand or the product any harm, because now everybody is talking about it. It's everywhere. And, you know, no publicity is bad publicity, especially when it comes to a makeup product that is all over the internet now. And everyone wants to try it and see for themselves, if used properly, how good actually is it? So yeah, I mean, it almost had the opposite effect on me. I actually didn't want to try it, not because of the results that these other creators had. Ultimately for me, this just doesn't really speak to me. It doesn't really appeal to me. I'm not really a lover of like balm foundations or tinted moisturizers. I don't use them a whole lot. And yeah, these sort of in a pot, it doesn't look very appealing to me, that like sort of sludge consistency. It doesn't motivate me to want to put it on my face. I do not apply products with my hands. I hate it. I can't think of anything worse. So if a product like, you know, needs to be at its best, you need to use your hands, I'm out, because I will not do that. I cannot. I'm more than happy to use a brush, and it seems like that will work nicely as well, but I just don't think it's going to do a lot for me, and it's not going to tickle my pickle. So I'm kind of on the fence still. I'm still sort of checking it out and seeing, you know, reviews, but I'm just not sure it's going to be for me. Next, let's talk about these new shades of Laura Mercier blush, because this is something I am excited about. These don't seem to be available here in the UK just yet. They are apparently on Sephora, and we do seem to get, I think Laura Mercier is one of these that we get quite late, so it might arrive in a month, would be my prediction. Hopefully sooner, hopefully, but I don't have high hopes, you know. Just medium ones. But I love Laura Mercier blushes. One of my ultimate favourite blush formulas, especially the luminous glowy finish ones. And these look like they're super glowy and luminous. My one thing, which is lucky as they're not available here, hopefully I'll be able to see swatches and reviews before they come here and I can make my decision based off that. But yeah, there are 3 shades, and the one that I would be interested in is, of course, the peach one. Okay, if you didn't know, of course, the peach one is the one that I'm interested in, and I'm not sure if it's going to be too light for me. The light shade is going to be too light. The berry shade is just not my colour. That medium peach shimmer, the middle one, I love the look of that. It looks so beautiful, but it also does look light. And I really want it to be able to work on my skin tone. But if I see swatches and I see that it's going to work for me, then I'm 100% going to be picking that one up. Laura Mercier can do blush like no other. Next up is this blush, this glow blush from Huda Beauty. It says it's exclusive to Selfridges and I don't see it anywhere else. Now this rose, very, very beautiful, very, very ornate. The swatches are putting me off a bit because it's called a blush, a glow blush, but it doesn't appear to have, it just looks like a highlight to me. On the skin, it looks like a highlight. Unless you have very fair skin, I think it's going to ultimately basically be a highlight, and it looks quite glittery. It looks quite glittery to me and sparkly, and it's just not, I like glow and luminosity from a blush as much as you can get without crossing the border to glitter and sparkle town, because that's where texture lives. Okay, and I don't want to go there. There's something that's really putting me off about these swatches. The colour, it just looks like it's going to be chalky and it's not really going to show up on me. And then it's just going to be like a textury, glittery sparkle. And I think I'm going to have to say I'm out on that one. I don't think it's for me. My stomach just growled like an actual dragon. Okay, next up, another controversial product. I don't know why there's so much controversy today, but I guess it's just in the air. Maybe it's May, the month of May, especially controversial. I'm not sure historically what the level of controversy is, but perhaps that's what it is. You know, it's all the noise about the Jubilee. Perhaps it's in the air, okay? It's rife. But next up we have, I'm going to call this a serum. This is from Natasha Denona Beauty, and it's the, what is it? HyGen SkinGlass Energizing and Hydrating Primer Serum. So this sounds to me a lot like the Keys serum that I've been using recently, which is like a priming serum. So I guess it's like a skincare-y primer prior to makeup. I was like, my initial thoughts on this when I saw it was, ugh, can we not just stick to makeup? Because when Natasha Denona is teasing a new product, I am hyped. Pat McGrath's just done it to me as well. A new product is coming. I'm thinking mothership. I'm thinking bronzers. I'm thinking more blushes. I don't care what it is. It's new makeup from Pat McGrath. I want it. And then she hit us with the Essence, and I was catastrophically disappointed. Okay, and now Natasha's joined in, and I don't know where we are getting these memos from that what we want from you is skincare, but that is incorrect. What we want is makeup. We want new eyeshadow palettes. Okay, we want to try again at the concealer. That's what we want from Natasha Denona. We're still waiting for the bigger retro palette. That's what we would like. When I saw it was like a serum, I was like, God, can no one stick to makeup anymore? That's why we're here. Sorry. I've got angry again. And then it all started kicking off, namely because there is a brand called SkinGlass who make a product that looks and has a very, very similar vibe to this, a glowy, luminous, like base priming serum type of product, and their brand name is SkinGlass. Why did you do that? Now, Natasha did make a statement saying that they have just, it's their bad and they're really, really devastated that this has happened and they've made a terrible mistake and they aren't going to use the word SkinGlass going forward. In future, they're going to take it off their bottles. Obviously, they've made already a load of product to go out in this first run. So that's what's happening. But of course, the SkinGlass brand owner is livid and very sad and heartbroken, as you would be, because she feels like ultimately her brand name was stolen and slapped on a bottle that is a competitor for her product that she's worked very, very hard on. So that was just a very, very bad day in the beauty space. However, prior to any of that going down, I was definitely not interested in this product. One, it's a serum, a priming serum, which doesn't necessarily massively excite me. I just bought the Keys one and I'm really enjoying that. So I don't really feel like I need another. But I also was very put off by this image, which I'll show you, which appears to make it look extremely, extremely glittery, sparkly, glittery serum, which I just, I don't understand why that would be. or that would happen. If it was glowy and dewy and luminous, maybe I could get on board. But this just looks very, very glittery to me, and like it's gonna get glitter all over my hands. I don't really know this is gonna do much for me. So that was an easy no for me. Next up, let's talk about these Fenty Pouchicles. That's fun to say, isn't it? Poutsicle. Treat yourself, say it with me. Poutsicle. It's fun, isn't it? Don't lie. These I very much like the look of. You know, these are right up my street. If they didn't get me in with the cutesy name for the product, then the rest of it did. The one thing that's slightly putting me off is it's got the word stain. Lip stain. Lip stains are not typically something I enjoy. I don't like my lips being stained. I want my lipstick or whatever to come off when asked. I don't want it there for 6 weeks. I don't want it on my lip. I don't want it to be stained. I just want it to go away when I choose, at a time of my choosing. So lip stains I typically don't like and don't enjoy. But this is a hydrating lip stain with satin finish. And I'm thinking, do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, is this going to be a bit like the Chanel Double Tenue? Is it? I don't know. I doubt it. But I am definitely interested enough to try. I'll probably pick up the Zesty Bestie. So much fun to say these words today. Now, I don't know about you, but I would much rather say a Zesty Bestie than something ridiculously full of filth and overtly over-the-top sexual for no reason when it comes to a lipstick. So yeah, kudos for that. So yeah, that's the shade that I'm kind of drawn towards. I'm definitely interested in these. Fenty make great lip products, and this sounds like perfect for summer holidays. Actually, is this going to come out in time for my holiday? No, that's disappointing. But never mind. We move on. We'll get over it. Next up, we have this Pat McGrath Highlight Stick. Again, I mean, in theory, I'll take anything new makeup-wise from Pat McGrath, but apart from this. Obviously, this double-ended highlight stick already exists. So this is just a new shade of said stick. And it's like this duochrome, like purple shade, and I'm just like, that's just not really my flavour of highlight. I like my highlight just to look like the light is catching my skin beautifully and being very kind and glorious to me. I don't want to look like an alien kissed me or licked my face. That's what this is. Is that just me? That to me is what that looks like. An alien has licked your face and left its effervescent slime there. I don't know if that's just my thoughts from my head, but it's a no from me. Thank you. I don't want to be licked by anyone really, but certainly not an alien. And even more so if we've not met before, because that's just not how I like to greet people. Next up, let's talk about this Westman Atelier powder. This is a pressed setting powder. I'm a little on the fence with this one. I'm not really a powder girl. You've probably noticed. You probably have noticed that. I do really like the brand and I want to try more from Westman Atelier, but one, why haven't we got the Peau de Santé highlight here yet? I don't want to pay double to pay for shipping from the US. I'd like it to be here quickly. I want it now. That's a side note. So this claims to be a smoothing, evening and shine reducing, as well as protecting from environmental stresses and blue light powder setting or finishing powder, whatever your choice is, available in various shades. It does claim to boost and set makeup without dulling radiance, which is like the only type of powder I'm willing to consider. But it also it does say that it is like stops, oil, like controls oil, and I don't want to control my oil. If anything, I'd like to encourage it because I'm not oily, but I love the glow. I don't want anything that's mattifying or taking away like my natural glow or luminosity coming throughout the day. I don't want to stop that. If anything, I'd like to encourage it, as I said. So yeah, I mean, obviously there's a limit. I don't want to be like wet. You know what I mean. So this kind of sounds more so like it's for people with oilier skin types or combo skin maybe, or just people who like a more matte finish than me. So I'm not sure this is for me, but I've got my eye on it. I'm interested, I'm intrigued, I'm watching it, I'm waiting for reviews. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing? Next, let's talk about this Chantecaille collection. Here's the thing. Here's my thing. I really want to get more on board with Chantecaille. I really want to buy their products, but I just feel like the last few launches are just not speaking to me enough to like tip me over to the edge of purchase town. I just see them and I'm like, I don't know, I just don't really feel like excited about this. So this is an eye/cheek powder, a two for one, and then there also are a couple of their lip cheeks in this lovely. I quite like this packaging. I know for lots of people this is like a bit like, wow, garish and bright, but I like it. It feels very summery and fresh to me. I could get on board. Here's the thing. I could get on board with both of these products, but I just want to see swatches because I'm a bit confused by the eye and cheek because I just haven't really seen it like swatches and seen it on. So I don't know what's going on here. I could definitely get on board with this and the lip cheeks as well if this is like a sort of light, like a colour I could use for a highlight and that will work. I mean, I don't really care if it works on the eyes, to be honest with you. I doubt I'll use it on the eye very often. But yeah, I like the packaging. I like the colours. The lip cheeks, lip cheeks, not cheeks, that's these, lip cheeks. They look like nice nude shades. I want swatches is what I'm saying. I want swatches and then I will fully decide. Have you tried this? I just don't know. I think I'm just confused. I think I'm confused because I really want to buy more from Chantecaille. Again, I like the brand. I like what they stand for as far as I'm aware. And actually what I've tried from the brand has been really nice. So I have had good experiences, but I just feel like a lot of their launches, I'm just always a bit umming and ahhing. I'm always a bit on the fence. This one, again, I could get on board with it, but do I really need it? $82. That is a lot of money for what essentially appears to be a highlight. So I want swatches. I want to know the tea. If it seems special, then perhaps it will come home with me. But in all honesty, I'm probably going to pass on it because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to see reviews and it's going to be fine and nice, but I'm just going to be like, I just don't need it. And that's probably going to be the end of that. And finally, a product that I feel is going to shake you to your core that I'm considering buying. I feel like your minds are going to be blown. But this is the Danessa Myricks Duet Balm. So much wrong with everything I just said as far as my usual typical preferences, okay? It says wet and it says balm and it's supposed to go on your cheeks. A lot of that should be my nightmare come true. Balm, red flag. Wet, even bigger red flag. I was going to say wet flag. We've got confused. But the swatches of these swatches are quite honestly glorious. Would you take a look at that? I mean, that looks stunning, doesn't it? I know she makes incredible products. I'm willing to overlook all of those trigger words for me in there because that swatch looks insanely stunning and beautiful. So I'm 100% getting that. Even though it goes against all of my core values in life. I just can't believe that's not going to look stunning on my cheeks. I can't believe it. And if it doesn't, and if it picks up my base and it makes me look ridiculous, then it's going to be a lesson learned for all of us. But, oh, look at it though. That's pretty. Right. So there you have it. Those are all of the new and upcoming releases and my initial thoughts on whether or not I'm interested or intrigued or buying them or skipping them all together. Please, as always, let me know what your thoughts are on these products. What are you excited by, if anything? What are you steering well clear from? Have you tried any of these already? Please let us know in the comment section down below. It's always very interesting to see your thoughts as well. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye.